Have you ever heard about the Man Circle? Today I'm heading to Stockholm, Sweden to visit David, who's running a Man Circle, and I want to find out why do a group of men meet every 2 weeks in the forest and take a cold plunge together.
Welcome aboard Arlanda Express, the fastest and most environmentally friendly way to travel between Arlanda Airport.
Yeah, man. Good to see you. Good morning, it's 7 a.m. and now we're heading out to pick up some friends of David who will also join us at the Man Circle.
My motivation to join the men's circle this morning and in general to take part in this kind of experiences, I think that what I find in this is like a space where you are allowed to express and communicate basically whatever comes up in such an open and non-judgmental environment and energy, right? And this is, for me, this is something that's pretty rare. Like most of people don't create that space for themselves, right? And this is something that we meet up in these gatherings. We choose to create that space for ourselves, right? We don't wait for it, we create that space for ourselves.
A man's circle is different for a lot of different man's circles. The circle that we have here in Sweden or in Stockholm, the one we just are about to create or it's taking root, is basically a place where a group of people can come together and share vulnerably about whatever topic they feel they hold on to, and to have other people listen in a non-judgment way. A place where you can come and be instead of do and relax into nature. So we try to rid as many circumstances as possible that would otherwise hinder us or stand in our way of being authentic. So the topic of today was pattern interrupts. And it's not that we're going to hold a lecture about pattern interrupts, but that is the topic that everybody just puts into the big pot about this is my idea of it, this is how I looked at it, this is how I overcome a pattern that I don't want to continue, and then we just co-create the space. Then we usually have some kind of centering exercise, like today I led a meditation, and then we go into the circle. And the circle in itself is the same way we work with an AA meeting or anything like a group sharing that I speak and nobody else speak when I speak, but this is my time to unburden or share gratitude or sadness or whatever I'm burdening. And everybody else holds the space, and what comes up into them, they can reflect on what's happening in me. Am I judging the person who speaks, or do I want to comfort them, or do I want to find a solution for them? But to sit with the feelings that come up, and it's equally important for the person that listens as for the person that speaks.
So we just finished the sharing circle and now we're going to do some Wim Hof breathing here, and then we want to take a cold plunge in this freezing ice cold lake.
When you start working with yourself, when you start giving yourself some space, some time for introspective lookings, it's such a universe to start exploring yourself deeply, and you need a space to communicate that as well. Putting thoughts into words when speaking to, for example, a group is such a good way to really find out what's going on inside, right? If you don't do journaling or having somebody asking you something and you being forced to answer that, for example, this question and my motivation to go into these circles, speaking right now gives me the insight surrounding a lot of this.
And then we have some kind of exercise after. Like everybody can pitch in. Like today we had Wim Hof breathing and cold plunge.
Nice.
And next time we'll do something else. This circle is a man circle, so this is just for men. And the reason I chose a man circle is that I feel there is a disconnect between what we think masculinity is and what men is, what it is to be a man. And I see the need for men to come together and explore what is masculinity, and we can be vulnerable, open, not naked physically, could be that as well, but emotionally, and show ourselves vulnerable and still be strong men. We can be the full spectrum. We don't only need to be the caricature of a super buff, hard man. Like so we explore topics like that. And sometimes when there is women involved, we tend to, like men tend to shift into a way that we think women would like us to be. So to rid that space, it's not that I don't want women to do, but there's women do this tons of different circles. But this is what I felt is needed for me as well, for my brothers and everybody.
Of course, the greatest feeling during and very much after every meetup that we've had is a deep sense of gratitude. A gratitude of, like, it holds so much. We choose to meet up out in nature early in that magical morning just before sunrise, and that alone creates like a somewhat magical experience that makes you feel like really alive, you know. And then just, you know, being able to share, being able to listen, and, you know, all that combined, it's gratitude, and it's also an like marvelous feeling of there's something growing here. There's something that this will hopefully be something that that's a part of my life. The concept of creating a place for open and naked communication and open hearts, and for me that feels amazing to know that we are creating this right now, and we can create this as long as we want and grow through it, right? And also, you know, look what's going on right here, you know. A spin-off of this has created opportunity for you and me to meet and sit and talk, and I'm sure that, like, right now there's a friendship growing, you know, a new acquaintance. So yeah, it's a beautiful thing.
My story for creating this man circle was, or my intention and why I wanted to do it, was after my year of travel. When I came back, I felt that the community that I had when I was traveling, of working in circles or working post-medicine circles, I didn't have that anymore, and then it was very easy for me to fall back into old patterns. So I created it for myself, to have a place where I could tap back into the knowing that I had, but also create a space where other people could take part of that. So I basically share a space that I know is healing, or give space for people to heal themselves, and that space will be open for anybody to come and join. I see the healing potential of this kind of work, so I wanted to have a space and give that availability.